What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Nick with Leverage Media, and today I want to talk to you about the three things that I think will help you get more engagement on your chiropractic videos, whether that's on social media, whether it's on your website, on YouTube, anywhere that you are using video. How can we increase the engagement? So we put all this effort into creating these videos. We want people to actually consume it. We want them to consume as much as possible. And there are just certain things that I've learned over the years that you really got to make sure that you focus on to make sure that people are engaging as much as you'd like. So number one is to really focus down on one lesson or one thing that you're trying to get across to the viewer. So too many times people go real broad with the topic that they're discussing, and they go down, this rabbit hole or this little tangent over here. And the more focused that you can be on teaching a very specific lesson, it allows you to keep your attention focused, which helps them retain that focus. So for example, if you're talking about 3 exercises that you can do first thing in the morning for low back pain, just give them the 3 exercises. We don't need to go into the history of low back pain and how many people are bothered by it. It's just like explain why you're giving them this, this tip, give them the tip and close and move on. And the reason why when you create a lot of content, it becomes easier to do that because you need something to talk about when it comes to each one of these individual videos. So each time you make a video, the smaller you can make the scope of it, the more content you have left over in the future. Number 2 is to demonstrate. This is probably the biggest issue that I see with a lot of our clients when they first get started. No matter how many times I beat the drum about, demonstrate, 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 I still get a lot of talking head videos. So a talking head video is something similar to this. We try to splice things in to break it up a little bit, but when you're just delivering information, sometimes it's hard to always demonstrate, the thing that you are talking about. With chiropractic, we're lucky because it's a physical thing that most of the videos that you're going to create are going to be easy to demonstrate the thing that you're talking about. So any time that you can have visual aids, you can have, even if you're trying to get across an analogy or a metaphor, like I always use forward head posture as an example. Instead of explaining to people how forward head posture works and why it's dangerous, I always like the bowling ball. I don't know if it's really an analogy, but basically the closer you hold the bowling ball to your body, the less weight it feels like, the further out, the heavier it gets. So anytime that you can show how the adjustment works, show how the soft tissue works, show the stretch, show the exercise, and try to think of things that can be demonstrated when you are when you're going through the strategy and the planning process. Think of videos titles that you are going to be able to demonstrate things. The third thing is to try to keep it in the time sweet spot. Now, most of these videos are going to be used for social media. So what I've found for social media is 3 to 5 minutes works the best. For my videos, for Leverage Media, I tend to kind of shoot for the 7 to 10 minute sweet spot, which is a little bit better for YouTube and a little bit better for the podcast. Because I repurpose a lot of the content across different platforms, I find that YouTube and podcast tend to be consumed more by my audience, so I tend to go longer with the videos, and I just tend to ramble more about this stuff than I do when it comes to chiropractic content. For social media, if that's going to be your main focus, 3 to 5 minutes is really a great amount of time. If you stay focused on one topic on the video, 3 to 5 minutes can feel like a really long time, and it gives you a lot of opportunity to go deep into the subject. So when you're creating content, you want to go as deep as possible into that one thing. Take the 3 exercises for low back pain. For each one of the exercises, you want to show them how to do it. You want to tell them what they need to be thinking about that will make the exercise effective. Like, why is this exercise important? really stay focused around and maybe show them like, here's what people will do if they get tired or if they're doing it incorrectly. If you do this, you're not going to get the benefit from it. So like 3 to 5 minutes is a long time. 1 minute per exercise would give you a lot of time to really like show going through it a few times and give them the tips on, you know, what you got to focus on, what you got to make sure that you don't do. That allows you to stay in that sweet spot of that 3 to 5 minutes. So when on social media, when somebody sees a video, they may be interested in the topic, but if they click on it and they see that it's 57 minutes long, they don't have time for that and they're going to move on. If they see it's 3 minutes and 20 seconds, they're like, let me watch this real quick. My back always hurts in the morning. Now you've got somebody hooked with the headline, and now you can deliver that great content. Maybe by the end of it, they've decided you're the one that needs to be able to help them with that back pain they wake up with every morning. So really be conscious of that. Try not to go off topic too much. Stay real focused. The more you can go through the video before you hit record on the camera, the easier it is to stay focused, because usually the first or the second time through, you'll tend to go off on some tangents, and as long as you can learn to here are the things that I need to make sure that I hit to stay in this time frame, it makes it a lot easier when you are recording. So hopefully you guys are creating lots of content. If you're not getting the engagement that you want, please take to heart these tips. If you need any more help with your video content, whether it's on consistency or making it look nicer, more professional, more engaging, we'd love to do a strategy session with you or answer any questions you might have. So let me know if I can help, and we'll see you on the next one.